Not everything on your plate is safe, especially as you age. Some everyday foods may quietly raise your cancer risk. At Eternal Wellness, we believe knowledge is the first step to protection. Today, we reveal 7 common foods that could be harming your health. It's time to take control, one meal at a time. 1. Processed meats. Bacon, sausages, deli ham, hot dogs. Main harm to brain and memory. Processed meats are high in saturated fats, nitrates, and chemical preservatives that can lead to inflammation in the brain, impairing memory and cognitive function over time. Chronic inflammation is linked to an increased risk of neurodegenerative diseases in older adults. Why avoid this food? The World Health Organization, the WHO, has classified processed meats as Group 1 carcinogens, meaning there is strong evidence they cause cancer, particularly colorectal cancer. In seniors, the combined impact on brain and gut health can be serious, especially with frequent intake. Harmful habits to avoid. Regularly eating bacon, ham, sausages, or deli meats in sandwiches or breakfast. Pan frying or grilling at high heat increases the formation of carcinogenic compounds, like heterocyclic amines and PAHs. Healthier alternatives. Choose lean unprocessed meats like roasted chicken or turkey breast, or plant-based protein like lentils, beans, or tofu. Recommended limit, if not eliminated. No more than 1 serving per week, preferably 0. Each serving a spawn, 2 slices of bacon or 1 hot dog. Worst time to eat it. At night or late dinner, metabolism slows down and digestion becomes harder. Avoid pairing with other inflammatory foods, like refined carbs or alcohol. Prevalence in the U.S. and why seniors should care. Very common in American diets, especially in breakfast plates, sandwiches, and fast food. Cheap, tasty, and convenient, leading to overuse. Seniors are more vulnerable to long-term health impacts due to weaker digestion and immune function. Easy to replace with healthier, low-processed options. 2. Sugary baked goods, e.g. muffins, pastries, donuts, sweet rolls, cakes. Main harm to brain and memory. These foods are packed with refined sugar, white flour, and unhealthy trans fats, which contribute to chronic inflammation and insulin resistance in the brain. Factors linked to memory loss and increased risk of Alzheimer's disease in older adults. Why avoid this food? Research from Rush University Medical Center in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease shows that high-sugar diets can impair cognitive performance and increase brain shrinkage. Sugar also fuels systemic inflammation, which may create an environment favorable to cancer development, especially in the pancreas and colon. Harmful habits to avoid. Eating store-bought pastries and cakes as daily breakfast or snacks. Microwaving frozen baked goods like toaster pastries or mini muffins, packed with additives. Healthier alternatives. Choose homemade oatmeal muffins with minimal sweetener or snack on fresh fruits like apples or blueberries for natural sweetness. Recommended limit, if not eliminated. No more than 1 small portion per week, e.g. 1 small muffin or slice of cake. Aim for less than 25 grams of added sugar per day for older adults, per American Heart Association guidelines. Worst time to eat it, morning on an empty stomach causes a spike and crash in blood sugar, leading to brain fog late at night, disrupts sleep and digestion, which are critical for brain recovery. Prevalence in the U.S. and why seniors should care. Extremely common in U.S. grocery stores, diners, and nursing home menus, often marketed as quick breakfast or harmless treat. Easy to overeat due to taste and emotional comfort, especially in isolated seniors. Readily replaceable with whole food snacks that protect memory and support long-term health. 3. Sugar-sweetened beverages, e.g. soda, sweet tea, fruit punch, energy drinks. Main harm to brain and memory. These drinks deliver large amounts of liquid sugar, causing rapid blood sugar spikes followed by crashes. Over time, this leads to insulin resistance in the brain, reducing the brain's ability to use glucose, its main energy source. This has been linked to faster cognitive decline and increased risk of dementia. Why avoid this food? According to studies by the Framingham Heart Study and Boston University, seniors who consume sugary drinks regularly show poorer memory, smaller brain volume, and higher risk of Alzheimer's disease. High sugar intake also promotes inflammation and obesity, two major risk factors for various types of cancer. Harmful habits to avoid: drinking soda or sweetened tea with meals, or as a go-to thirst quencher. Choosing fruit drinks or sports drinks, thinking they are healthy, most contain little or no real fruit. Healthier alternatives: drink water, unsweetened herbal teas, or infused water with lemon, cucumber, or berries. Recommended limit, if not eliminated. 0 servings per day is best. If not avoided completely, limit to 1 small cup, less than 8 ounces per week. Worst time to drink it: between meals, spikes insulin and affects brain performance. Late evening, disrupts sleep and increases fat storage. Prevalence in the U.S. and why seniors should care: widely available in vending machines, senior centers, hospitals, fast food, and homes. Often consumed out of habit, not hunger, may be seen as harmless or hydrating, but actually dehydrates and damages brain health over time. Seniors are more sensitive to blood sugar changes and should prioritize hydration with clean fluids. 4. Deep fried foods, e.g., French fries, fried chicken, onion rings, fried fish. Main harm to brain and memory: deep fried foods are often cooked in inflammatory oils, high in omega-6 fats, and may contain trans fats, which have been shown to damage brain cells, reduce neurotransmitter efficiency, and accelerate memory loss in older adults. Why avoid this food? According to the Journal of Clinical Nutrition and the American Journal of Epidemiology, regular consumption of fried foods is associated with higher risk of cognitive decline, Alzheimer's disease, and various cancers, including those of the digestive system, due to the formation of acrylamide, a carcinogenic compound produced during high heat frying. Harmful habits to avoid: eating fried foods as a routine side dish or main meal, reheating fried leftovers in the microwave, which alters oil structure and worsens oxidation. Healthier alternatives: use an air fryer or oven roast vegetables protein with olive oil or avocado oil. Recommended limit, if not eliminated: no more than 1 small serving per week. Ijayu, a few fries or 1 small piece of fried chicken. Avoid repeated exposure from fast food chains or buffet-style meals. Worst time to eat it: dinner or late night. Fried fats are harder to digest and may disturb sleep and brain recovery. Eating with other processed carbs, like white bread, magnifies harm. Prevalence in the U.S. and why seniors should care: extremely common at restaurants, senior centers, fast food, and frozen meals. Convenient and flavorful. Leads to habitual overconsumption. Seniors often have slower digestion, weaker liver function, and are more vulnerable to inflammation. Simple to replace with heart and brain-friendly cooking methods. 5. White bread and refined grains, e.g., white bread, white rice, plain crackers, regular pasta. Main harm to brain and memory: refined grains are stripped of fiber and nutrients, causing rapid spikes in blood sugar. This leads to insulin resistance in the brain, which reduces memory and cognitive performance. Over time, these blood sugar fluctuations can contribute to neurodegeneration. Why avoid this food? Research published in Neurology and the Journal of Nutrition has linked high glycemic index foods like white bread to faster brain aging and a greater risk of Alzheimer's. These foods also contribute to chronic inflammation, a known factor in many cancers, including colon, breast, and pancreatic cancer. Harmful habits to avoid: using white bread as a daily sandwich base or toast, relying on refined pasta or white rice for most meals. Healthier alternatives: choose whole grain bread, brown rice, quinoa, or legume-based pasta for slower sugar absorption and better brain support. Recommended limit, if not eliminated: limit to 1 serving per day or less, and try to replace at least 50% of your grains with whole grain alternatives. Worst time to eat it: morning as the first meal, causes a quick spike and crash in blood sugar, leading to fatigue and brain fog. Avoid as a late-night snack, especially with sugary spreads. Prevalence in the U.S. and why seniors should care: found in nearly every U.S. kitchen, cafeteria, and senior care facility, inexpensive and often labeled as light or easy to digest, which can be misleading. easy to overconsume and typically paired with high sugar or processed foods. Whole grain options are now widely available and offer superior nutritional benefits for aging brains. 6. Processed snack foods, oshji, chips, cheese puffs, crackers, pretzels. Main harm to brain and memory. Processed snacks are often high in refined carbs, sodium, trans fats, and artificial additives, which contribute to inflammation, oxidative stress, and blood vessel damage, all of which can impair memory, focus, and overall brain health in seniors. Why avoid this food? A study in the British Medical Journal found that frequent consumption of ultra-processed foods, including salty snacks, was associated with higher cancer risk and accelerated cognitive decline. The additives and preservatives used in these snacks can also disrupt gut health, which is closely connected to brain function. Harmful habits to avoid: snacking on chips or crackers while watching TV, often mindlessly, choosing low-fat or baked versions, which still contain harmful ingredients like refined starches and artificial flavoring. Healthier alternatives: snack on unsalted nuts, air-popped popcorn, fresh veggie sticks, or whole grain crackers with hummus. Recommended limit, if not eliminated. Limit to one small serving per week. Best to remove from daily routine and pantry to avoid temptation. Worst time to eat it: late evening or before bed. Interferes with brain detoxification and digestion overnight. Avoid between meals when not truly hungry, as this leads to passive overconsumption. Prevalence in the U.S. and why seniors should care. Extremely common in homes, hospitals, vending machines, and care centers. Marketed as convenient and low-calorie, but nutritionally empty. Easy for older adults to overconsume due to taste and lack of chewing effort. Often displaces healthier snacks that could support memory and immune function. 7. Artificially sweetened foods and drinks, e.g. diet soda, sugar-free desserts, low-calorie yogurts, artificial sweetener packets. Main harm to brain and memory: artificial sweeteners such as aspartame, sucralose, and saccharin may disrupt the brain's normal glucose response and interfere with neurotransmitter activity, especially dopamine and serotonin. Over time, this can impair memory, mood, and even increase the risk of neurodegeneration. Why avoid this food? A study published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that seniors who regularly consumed diet sodas had larger waistlines and higher risk of stroke and dementia. Some sweeteners may also alter gut bacteria, which can negatively affect brain health through the gut-brain axis. Harmful habits to avoid: drinking diet soda daily as a sugar-free substitute, using artificial sweetener packets in coffee or tea. Healthier alternatives: use natural sweeteners in moderation, such as stevia, monk fruit, or small amounts of honey or maple syrup. Recommended limit, if not eliminated. Avoid daily use altogether. If needed, no more than one artificially sweetened product per week. Worst time to eat is drink it on an empty stomach, especially in the morning, as it confuses the body's hunger and satiety signals. Before bed, when brain metabolism should slow down naturally. Prevalence in the U.S. and why seniors should care. Found in many products labeled sugar-free, light, or low-calorie. Common in diet drinks, flavored waters, yogurts, and packaged desserts. Easily overused due to the belief they're safer than sugar. Seniors are especially sensitive to neurological and metabolic changes, making moderation critical.